the iPhone 17 Pro Max. That's it. That's the headline. Because somehow, just days before Apple's big event, the phone we weren't even supposed to know anything about just got leaked harder than your Netflix password in 2016. And if this massive carrier leak is real, Apple's about to drop a phone so stacked it makes every Android flagship look like a burner phone from Walmart. But here's the twist. Alongside the iPhone 17 Pro Max, Apple is quietly sneaking in a brand new model called the iPhone 17 Air. And trust me, this is going to mess with everyone's upgrade plans. Now let me set the scene. We're 48 hours away from Apple's keynote. The whole internet is still arguing whether USB-C on last year's iPhone 16 was a blessing or a scam, and out of nowhere, a Korean telecom carrier accidentally uploads the mother of all leaks. Names, storage options, display sizes, even the color choices. It's all right there like a cheat sheet before a final exam. And Apple fans, brace yourselves, because this year the lineup isn't just the usual base Pro and Pro Max. Nope. Apple is dusting off the Air branding from the MacBook and iPad playbook in slapping it on an iPhone for the very first time. The iPhone 17 Air is officially real, and honestly, I can't tell if that's genius or chaos. So here's how it breaks down. The basic iPhone 17 starts small but mighty with storage up to 512 gigs. The iPhone 17 Air joins the party with the same max capacity, while the Pro gets serious with options all the way to a full terabyte. And the iPhone 17 Pro Max, that beast starts at 256 gigs and stretches up to 1 terabyte like it's saying, who needs iCloud when you can just hoard your data like a digital dragon? My question to you, do you actually need a terabyte in your pocket, or are you just terrified of deleting screenshots of memes you'll never look at again? And then there's the color story, which honestly feels like Apple raided a Home Depot paint aisle and said, yeah, these'll do. The iPhone 17 will ship in the usual black, white, and silver, but also a lime green option that makes it look like Mountain Dew sponsored your phone. The Air goes for the soft and classy look with light gold and baby blue, which screams pastel influencer aesthetic. But the Pro Max? Apple went bold. Alongside black, gray, and a moody dark blue, there's a brand new orange finish. Yes, orange, because apparently this year Apple's trying to corner the market on Halloween phones. Drop it in the comments. Would you rock an orange iPhone 17 Pro Max, or is that a little too pumpkin spice latte for your vibe? Of course, none of this matters if the cameras don't make you feel like Spielberg in your backyard, and that's where things get wild. The standard iPhone 17 sticks to the tried and true dual setup with a 48 megapixel main shooter. The new Air gets a single 48 megapixel lens, which feels a little budget, but hey, it's slim and it'll still shoot crispy 4K. But the Pro and Pro Max, Apple is throwing everything at the wall. We're talking 3 sensors, all of them 48 megapixels, all of them capable of recording 8K video for the very first time on an iPhone. That's not a typo. 8K, which is hilarious because most of us don't even own an 8K TV. But sure, let me record my dog chasing his tail in cinema grade quality. Who's actually editing 8K footage on their iPhone, and who's just uploading it raw to TikTok for bragging rights? And speaking of overkill, let's talk about performance. The entire lineup is powered by Apple's new A19 chip, but the Pro and Pro Max step it up with the A19 Pro, paired with a whopping 12 gigs of RAM. That's laptop territory, folks. The Base and Air get 8 gigs, which is still more than most people will ever notice, but the real showstopper here is the battery situation. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is coming in hot with a massive 5,000 milliamp hour battery, the biggest we've ever seen in an iPhone, and that's a number Android users have been flexing for years. And Apple finally said, fine, you win, now shut up. The Pro gets 3,700, the standard 17 gets 3,600, and the poor iPhone 17 Air is rocking a tiny 2,800 milliamp hour cell. Translation: the Air is basically on intermittent fasting. You better hope Apple's software wizardry pulls some tricks, or else that thing's battery is going to collapse faster than your New Year's resolutions. But here's the twist that really made me spit my coffee. The iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max are finally getting vapor chamber cooling. Yes, vapor chamber. That's the same tech that gaming PCs and souped-up Androids use to stop themselves from turning into pocket frying pans. Translation: you'll finally be able to record 8K video or game on Genshin Impact for more than 20 minutes without your display dimming like your phone just saw a ghost. This is a huge deal. Apple's basically admitting that, yeah, your iPhone used to cook itself alive during heavy use, but now it'll stay cool under pressure. It's like giving the iPhone a little built-in air conditioner, and I'm not mad about it. So let's pull this all together. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is shaping up to be Apple's most over-the-top flagship yet. With storage that could swallow your entire digital life, a massive 6.9-inch display, triple 48 megapixel shooters capable of 8K video, the new A19 Pro chip, and a 5,000 milliamp battery that might finally survive a full day of doom scrolling. On top of that, it gets vapor chamber cooling to keep it from melting down like every other hot iPhone before it. Meanwhile, the new iPhone 17 Air feels like Apple's sneaky attempt to reinvent the iPhone SE, super thin, super light, one camera, and just enough compromises to make you wonder if it's brilliant or borderline trolling. And that brings us back to the hook. Apple is days away from unveiling this thing on stage, but thanks to this monster leak, we already know the iPhone 17 Pro Max could be the most powerful, overkill, and downright ridiculous iPhone Apple has ever made. The only question is, are you Team